Welcome. Have better ways of talking to and better contact, and that's why I'll use them. I'll take a pip.
So this was sent to me by Tidradio. I decided to review it because of the price. I think it's a great price. For all you get, it's value for money, so that's what I'm all about. It's not as cheap as your Quanshengs, but it's more of a premium product. You know, you've got your colour display, all those various features, your Bluetooth. But what you get in the box, so for the UK, that's nice of them to include a 3-pin plug, so that's 1 amp for charging. You get your USB-C cable, which you can use for not only programming but for charging. So you can see on a lot of these now the USB-C ports on the battery itself, and with these it's red when it's charging, green when it's finished, the same as the base charger. So you get your base charger, and that's a USB-C port as well. So yeah, that's quite good. You get a wrist strap, you get your standard belt clip, but this time it's held in by screws. At the back on the battery, so 2 screws hold that on. With Tidradio you always get a good English user manual, colour, and you get your support card. Their support is very good, very efficient, as I know from my previous product I had, the dongle, the Bluetooth dongle. So that's what you get in the box. So let's talk about the actual radio itself. So this came with an antenna, so everything you need is in the box. This is a dual band. The radio itself has a nice amount of weight to it. I'll pop up details now to the weight and size of it. If I put it alongside the Quansheng, this is the UV5R Plus with the bigger battery. So 2200 milliamp hour. This is still a bigger capacity battery at 2500 milliamp hour. So, and this is smaller, believe it or not, as you can see, much smaller in the width and the height. And you get a super bright LED. Look at that LED. So it's a updated design over the usual older LED style you get, which is obviously not so bright. Always good to have a torch in emergency, so a nice upgrade there. You've got dual LEDs instead of single LED for TX and RX. So what I found is the actual power and volume knob is metal. It's made of alloy, not plastic like the rest of these radios. The talk pod, the Quanshengs are all plastic. What I noticed straight away is that the screen is much brighter than the talk pod colour screen. So this is easier to see outside. You can see, I don't know if you'll come across on the video, but this is way brighter. And see the size difference here. It's much more compact, which is exactly what you want. You want all the features, but a compact radio for on the move. I believe at this time you still have to use the K1 connector, just this style, to program firmware, but if you're using it for Chirp, CPS or the Tidradio software, then you can use the USB-C on that. So it's great that it doubles up the USB-C cable for charging on the battery and programming. Tidradio do offer things which other radio manufacturers don't offer. I think they're way ahead of their time. So the Bluetooth function is very easy to use. Welcome. You've got your blue button here, which is labelled BT for Bluetooth. That's your menu button also. So if you press and hold that, See, that was already on, it's gone off. If you press and hold it, and it's back on. So the advantage of having Bluetooth is you don't need your PC. You can be on the move with it. You can use the odmaster app on your phone. You can even use it web-based now. And I worked with them on the dongle for the Quansheng last time. They were very good at doing updates and making changes to get it to work properly. So yeah, so now you can even connect Bluetooth with your laptop or desktop, whatever you're using. So that's even better. Using Chirp now, Chirp files. So getting back to the price, you know, you're paying like, if you look at what the dongle costs, it's like £12–13 for a dongle, the Bluetooth dongle itself, which works on the Quanshengs and many other radios if you haven't got Bluetooth built in, but this has. So you're only paying about £12 for the actual radio, which, yeah, it's a fantastic deal, there's no doubt about it. And I have 10% off with my discount code TJ.RC UK, which I'll pop up now, so even more money off. So I don't think you can really go wrong with this radio. So let's go through the menu. So press your blue button, quick press of the blue button. Starts off in 0, so your bandwidth, your filters, squelch, TX power, power save, frequency step, backlight, so mine's continuously on, you can see, beep, you turn that off, voice activation, total talk time or along those lines. So if you've got repeater settings there, voice on and off, scan mode, FM dual watch, I think that is. Here, that's your VFO-A and B to change it from showing the name to frequency. Yeah, busy lockout. To program your memory, to delete your memories, alarm mode. I guess that's scanning a nearby repeater to show the details. Roger tone, yeah, language, hop in, I guess that's encryption, reset, so you can totally reset your radio from there. This is single VFO, so you can switch to single VFO mode, that's pretty good. That's your firmware version, that's the latest at the time of making this video, which enables your 27 MHz, so 18 to 49 MHz. Some type of LED setting. Mic gain, which is pretty good, you don't often get that on radios. Scramble, that's your encryption again. 48 is your AM airband, so you need that on if you want to monitor air traffic. I guess this is to turn on transmission for these frequencies, 350, 500, DTMF. And you're back to 0 again, so that's your menu. So let's go through the basic operation on this radio. So your side buttons, so I should transmit on VFO-A, transmit on VFO-B. This third button is your torch. You can reprogram that one within Chirp, the Tidradio software or CPS. So this is a quick demo of the dual PTT function on the H3. So on a PMR channel. So let me show you. So on the main VFO-A, if I press transmit, you see it's red on the left hand side, top radio. You've got two LEDs for A and B. On the Quansheng, you can see it's receiving. The cursor's shown here, green cursor on the top VFO. For A, you've got your transmit here and your reception there. So if I press B, now red on the right hand side for VFO-B. Same, that cursor, the green cursor's moved down to VFO-B. RX on that one. If I switch it around, if I transmit through the Quansheng, see that it's green on VFO-B and it's showing green arrow there, cursor there. And if I switch over to A, it's switched to that side now and showing on VFO-A. So that's a quick demo. So we already know the blue button. A short press takes you into the menu, a long press turns on your Bluetooth for your app or your web-based version of odmaster. The orange button will exit out of the menu and it will change from channel to frequency mode. So memory to VFO. So if we press the blue button, go into menu, we can navigate through that with the up and down arrows. To select a setting, press your menu button again, use your arrows, and to confirm it, press your blue button.
Confirm.
So that's now saved scroll center 2. To exit out, press your orange button. So the orange button, once you're in the main screen, will switch between channel mode and frequency mode.
Channel mode. Channel mode. Frequency mode.
So frequency mode is your VFO, channel mode is your memory. So within here we can switch from the lower to the upper channel by pressing A and B, like so. And we can see that we're in frequency mode, so we can enter in a frequency we know.
1, 4, 6,
say a
0,
repeater,
0, 0.
And then you can go into your menu and save it. We can also switch down, enter in another frequency.
5, 6, 0, 0, 0.
To do a scan, you press and hold 3.
Scanning begin.
So you can go up and down, reverse, scan. Press and hold 3 again to stop that scan.
Channel mode.
So if we go into channel mode, you can see I've named them within chirp. Press and hold scan.
Scanning begin.
Then you're scanning your memory channels. Same way to stop it, press and hold 3.
Scanning stop.
So you also have these labelled up. So you see squelch, power, step. So if you want to use these buttons for a shortcut, you press your menu. And then 4. It's gone straight into frequency step. So within there you can make your changes and you can exit out with the orange button. Back to the main screen. Also got DTMF on this button here. So if you want to use DTMF, you just put in your number or your symbols and then just press PTT. And that's your DTMF. So that's your programming for USB-C. That's for the K1 programming plug. Got your USB-C charging for your battery here. So that's just basic operation. So once you've got your app downloaded for your iOS or Android device, just tap on it, open it up, tap on program, tap connect to Bluetooth, switch that on, select your model, tap Tidradio, TD-H3. Now we can tap read. The radio screen is now saying Bluetooth program and you've got a progress bar. So we can tap on channel, that shows a list. Anything in red is free, anything in green is what you've programmed, so you can tap on those and make changes. So from here you've got your at the bottom you've got repeater, RxTX list and write. So the RxTX list is the list you've saved, whether that be on web-based or phone-based. You can make changes and that will show on either of those applications. So if we tap repeater, you'll get a list of local repeaters to your location, and you can literally just do them individually. You can program them, or you can tap on the star icon like so if you want to do multiple imports, and then you choose what channel you want to import it to. So tap import to, if we say 2, confirm, so that's showing we're going to import that to channel 2. And the second one, import to channel 3, press confirm and tap on this one, and we'll put that into channel 4, confirm, and just tap on import. So we go to the list now. You see 2, 3 and 4 showing us information. So go back to channel, then write. It's now programming the radio with those repeaters. So 2, 3 and 4 should be programmed. Let's take a look now.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 24.
So yeah, you can see 2, 3 and 4 is now programmed with that information. You can double check it by clicking on that. So if we go to 2, 439 75 000. So that's all worked. Go back to channel. You've got your function there as well. So you can go into a lot of your menu settings and change those around. So that's your app. That's just a quick overview of the app and how to use it. So hopefully you've got your account already set up. So you just log in like so. That's your URL here to the web-based version. Then you click on Bluetooth here. The radio's there. Click on TD-H3 paired, then click on pair. It's connected. Go down to Tidradio on your list and choose H3. So that's the list I saved on the mobile app. So we should have a few channels saved. So yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is right. We should have 24 as well programmed. Yes, that's right. So within here you can add a channel name like so. You can change your frequencies. You can change your menu settings through here. So if you've got your settings, you can play around with here. A-band frequency mode, B-band, DTMF. You've got FM, so your radio. Go back to the information. So let me show you. We can write to the radio now, and number 1 on here should show as TJ1, so let's write to the radio. Click on this pop-up here, write. The radio is now starting to program. You've got your progress bar, so it takes a little while. Okay, so if we close that and we go to TJ1 is on there now. So yeah, it's just to show you how to use this. It's quite straightforward. I do like the layout of this on the web. Prefer it to the mobile. But the mobile is always good if you're out and about. So yeah, you can change your RX, TX, and through here you've got your various other settings. So yeah, that's how you use it. You can import CSV files through here, chirp CSV files, export, read, write and save. So that's an overview of the web-based version. So yeah, they do 3 versions, but I'm not sure why, because you know you can unlock this radio or lock it down, you know, just by pressing the PTT and holding the asterisk and turning on the star button. It's that easy to actually, you know, use it on ham as 1, GMRS is 2, and normal is 3. So it's unlocked, but not to the stage where you can get the 18 to 49 megahertz, which my radio is. So I've used the latest firmware. And yeah, bear in mind you can't use the USB-C plug for firmware. You have to use your, get this cable here. So to use your K1 style connectors.
Welcome.
Okay, let's talk about the radio and what I think about it. So really like the fact that they're the first company to provide USB-C programming instead of the K1 connector, which is what you normally have to use. So bear in mind you still have to use that connector if you want to flash firmware. I think it's a fantastic price. It's full of features. So Tidradio, the first to bring you Bluetooth programming. You've got your Type-C connection for programming now. They're a first on that. So yeah, they're way ahead of other manufacturers as far as I'm concerned. You can see how much smaller the radio is compared to the Quansheng UV5R Plus in height and width. The depth is about the same, I would say. I've already shown the measurements on this anyway in the weight. It's a good build quality. The LED is a much better design. I think that's 8mm over the older design on these radios, which is a lot smaller. So yeah, this is unlocked. To unlock it by using the firmware to get the 18 to 49 megahertz, you do have to use your standard K1 programming cable. So that's star. So the fact it's this compact does mean the buttons are smaller, so it does take a bit of getting used to. You tend to end up pressing 2 to begin with, but you learn to adapt. But what I think they could have done is 4 rows of 4 buttons quite easily with this radio and made them slightly bigger. So say like the Quansheng size or the torque pod if you like. So yeah, you've got your metal volume and power knob there. It's that compact, so you can wrap your hand around it very easily. So it makes it extra portable. You've got your dual PTT. So this is running the latest firmware which I've put onto it, and it unlocks the 18 to 49 megahertz. But like other reviewers, I use the same antenna, my 27 megahertz, for other radios, and I can listen into local CB groups with this. I cannot. So that goes for the torque pod as well. That's unlocked to 27 megahertz, and that does not receive on the CB side of things. So firmware is all it needs, and Tidradio will be the ones to actually sort this problem out. I know they will. I've got all my faith in them. So yeah, getting back to the price is amazing. If you account for the fact you've already got a Bluetooth built in, so this device normally sets you back about £12–13, With my discount code, this radio only works out about £22 at the time of making this video. That might change. So I would say grab one. Most of these radios now have the USB-C charging port within the battery itself. I just wish they'd put them on the back or the side so you could have the radio standing up while you're charging it. You don't have to lay it down. So I'll leave you with some more clips of reception on ham and some on airband, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Welcome.
Have better ways of talking to them, better contact, and that's why I'll use them. I'll take a pip. Colin, GALBS, just give you a quick call, mate, see if you're back. I'm assuming you're probably having some well-earned rest, but just in case, GALBS, M5GSK. He was happy to give it to me because he'd also got the M0, but Ofcom wouldn't change it, but then they just gave me the 2E1 instead, and then, yeah, this time around it seemed the best one without, you know, being a G. So, yeah, M5GSK. Yeah, but yeah, not many, because I only issued them for about a year back in the day, and then for the last few years on request. So even, I don't know how many are even active, but even the signed, there's only about 350. So there you go. So.
Okay guys, so I'm back at my test location, which I normally use for AM airband and CB sometimes. So I just got this AM airband antenna to try out. So today we'll be using the TD-H3, which is what it was sent for, to see if it improves that reception. So this is with the stock dual band antenna. It has now had the firmware upgrade, so it may improve it slightly, which allows the 18 to 49 megahertz. So let's just see how it goes.
Good afternoon, Quansheng 101, passing to approaching level 120. Hold number, expect 5 minutes and 110 level Quansheng 101. Got 20 flight level 120. Holding above Delta 20. Right heading 105, channel 114. Flat level 8, Tidradio, you're in 7 echo. Leave Lambourne heading 265, 220 knots, 289 Echo Golf. 389 Echo Golf, what heading off Lambourne? 265, 89 Echo Golf. Left hand heading 110, you're in 7 Echo. Victor United 930 110. Then 9069 Echo Golf. American 78.
Okay, so the verdict's in. Strange that this would do worse than the dual band, especially as this is tuned for 120 megahertz to 300 megahertz. and obviously the dual band is not. Maybe it's the way the firmware is put together, the tune of the firmware. But yeah, since doing this latest firmware, this is a big improvement on the AM airband.